Population of Muslims of India is 218 million right now, approximately. Out of 280 million, 80% of them are below poverty line. They work hard and they earn less than $1 a day. We started with a small group of 10-15 people. Our first year budget was like about $15,000 or something like that. And now, alhamdulillah, we have 12,000 people who support us.
When we started IMRC, it was as a relief organization almost 30 years back. And since then, we have evolved into providing different services. Other than relief, we provide services into education, in healthcare, social welfare, and religious activities.
Our mission is very clear: to help Muslims and minorities of India achieve freedom, equality, justice as citizens of India. We are trying to build 100 quality educational institutions in these slum areas. Many of these students are farm workers, laborers, rickshaw drivers, and when these students go to college, become the engineer or MBA, they can change their whole family, they can change the whole village. And also it gives them hope. For example, from West Bengal, we had students from whole village, nobody went to college. No, we cannot afford, we cannot go. But one student does that, then it gives the hope to the whole village. Yes, it can be done.
मेरे गांव में ना बहुत कम लड़कियां पढ़ी लिखी, लड़कियां क्या, लड़के भी नहीं पढ़े लिखे, पढ़ाई क्या है वो जानते ही तक नहीं है.
Economically, totally below poverty line. Parents are uneducated, where they cannot understand what exactly the education means.
If they learn something, they can understand something, they can read something, they can protect themselves, they can take care of themselves, they can look after their property. They will not be exploited by the society.
We thought of teaching them how to fish, so we planned on having institutions built. A suburb of Hyderabad, it's called Moinabad. That's where we started out first with the orphanage, and then following that, we have opened up a very class, state-of-the-art high school, recently getting permission for changing it into a junior college, and inshallah very soon we will have a college of education right there at those premises.
These students, especially the lower group, financially lower group, they are getting good education. Not only that, but I'm sure down the line they'll be able to learn technology. They will be placed in better companies, and this support will not be only a support to a student, it will be entire family.
लेकिन जो है कोशिश में लगे हैं, लेकिन अब जो मालिक करे, लेकिन हम लोग का शौक है कि हम बच्चों को पढ़ाएं, किसी भी तरह हम पढ़ा लें, इसलिए हम पढ़ा रहे हैं कि हम कुछ नहीं जाने लेकिन बच्चे हमारे जान जाएं दुनिया क्या है.
क्योंकि बहुत सारी लड़कियां मतलब वो एजुकेशन के बारे में जानती तक नहीं, और उनकी लाइफ में क्या उनकी थिंकिंग है, क्या मतलब उनको करना चाहिए, उनको पता ही तक नहीं, सही गलत का कोई अंदाज़ा नहीं. मैं चाहती हूँ मेरे गांव में ना पढ़ाई के लिमिटेड कुछ ज़्यादा हो जाए, क्योंकि यहाँ पता है किला कहाँ कहते हैं कि मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा ऊंचे लेवल का है, तो इसलिए मतलब आता नहीं, कोई देख के डर जाते हैं लोग.
GIT is one campus, one entity, but the impact would be the entire country, because we have students from West Bengal, from Assam, from Jharkhand, from Bihar, from UP, Rajasthan, Jammu Kashmir.
लेकिन जब मैंने मीडिया कोर्स किया तो मेरे अंदर ये एक इच्छा जागरूक हुई कि मैं कुछ और आगे भी कर सकता हूं, और इस देश के लिए और इस समाज के लोगों के लिए जो गरीब मजलूम हैं वो उनके लिए मैं काम कर सकूं.
तो अगर हम लोग निकलेंगे यहाँ से तो इस गांव के लिए बहुत कुछ सोच रहे हैं, और जैसे यहाँ पर छोटे छोटे बच्चे हैं और हम लोगों जैसे उम्र के बच्चे हैं, वो कभी कॉलेज नहीं गए हैं, तो उनको समझाएंगे कि अपने समझो बच्चों को पढ़ाना, और अपने जो घर पे हैं उन
चाहे मुस्लिम XY जो भी बच्चे हों आते हैं, उनका गरीब से गरीब बच्चे वो नहीं सोच सकते थे कि हम यहाँ पे पहुँच जाएंगे और मैं ये BTech MBA या मीडिया कोर्स कर पाऊँगा. तो इंशाल्लाह मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि वो लोग जो कर रहे हैं बहुत ही अच्छा कर रहे हैं, और गरीब बच्चे जो पढ़ने के बाद जो इंशाल्लाह जॉब करते हैं और बहुत ही आगे जाने की कोशिश करते हैं, इंशाल्लाह वो उस लाइन में वो लोग बहुत ही मदद करते हैं.
2 of the students, they have gotten jobs for 65,000 rupees per month. The call that I received from them, he said, "Sir, this 65,000 rupees per month that we are getting, Our family has never seen that much money in our life. See, that's another thing. I mean, providing education is one thing, but providing education focused on getting jobs. So it's not just them or their families, but the village. They are going back and helping their own friends and relatives and the overall community.
I can assure that these financials are being used for real purposes. It's not only a day story that you are feeding to a person, but it's a long-term kind of benefits.
Our vision is to convert, first of all, GIT into a university so that we can add more departments. There's enough of land we need to construct, hostels. We need to go into the Bihar, Jharkhand, Calcutta, and other states where still there's huge need for institutions in education. The other programs that we are doing are the water wells in villages where people fetch water from a mile or two.
This is the biggest slum right at the heart of the city. We have chosen this area so that to assess the impact of visual impairment.
I think sight is the most important sense that we have. They're sometimes not even aware that it could be corrected. So that's how education and surgeries, cataract surgery is actually a life-changing surgery for the patients.
So we almost spent a year completely designing this hospital and started it 2 years back.
It is half the price what I was doing in global hospital, but here I'm getting the same treatment in a very less cost. So I'm very much satisfied by that.
We are looking at orphanages, and this year we have embarked on sponsoring 1,000 orphans throughout India right now. So we are selecting different states and we are visiting to find out what condition they are in and what needs to be improved and how can we sponsor them.
जी यहाँ पर एक बड़े घरों में जिस तरीके से बच्चे रहते हैं, इन्हें खान पीन से लेकर रहन सहन, पढ़ाई लिखाई, उस तरीके से उनसे भी ज़्यादा यहाँ पर सहूलतें हैं.
I am now 59 years. Till 53 years I didn't do anything charitably. I simply made money and money. Manzoor Ghori, chairman of IMRC, somehow he caught me and he wanted one orphanage to be made in Hyderabad. Then when I came here, when I interacted with the orphans, when I visited with him number of places, when I have seen the miseries in the slums and all those things, I got motivated. Now I am hardly 5% in my business, 95% I am in this charity only.
My first experience was very traumatic. Even though I was born and raised there, I was not aware of this kind of poverty. When I visited Nelly, where 300 children were buried in the same grave, how can you not do anything? That changed my life.
I mean, without our donors, we cannot do this work. It's purely donor-based. We are doing tons of work, tons, literally, in every field, whether it be education, whether it be healthcare, whether it be social welfare, whether it be religious type of work, whatever work that we are doing, nobody else is providing that services in states. We are the only ones. IMRC is the only organization that is providing complete 360, so to say, services from birth to death.
100% goes for the charity we collect. There's no overhead. For example, if you pay zakat, sadaqah or feeding, all of it, the money goes to 100%. There is no other charity, to my knowledge, which gives 100% of the donation back there.